All right. So good morning. Today we're going to be doing yoga from the inside out. Many people come to yoga and it's a wonderful physical practice, but we're like outwardly focused. And so it really can be an incredible internal experience and get you into your subtle energies. And when you're more connected internally to what's happening and it's matching or it's communicating with what's happening outside, you can move more with more consciousness, with more ease, and more efficiently. So it's really, this will be, some of the practice today will be very exploratory, and hopefully this will transfer into the poses that you do in the future as well, or in any kind of movement. And I'll also talk about some principles of movement and the hierarchy and the foundation. So we're going to do that with the first one. So putting this on the side. Let's see, it's just hold on just 1 second. Okay, and let's see, this is here. So if you want to stretch out before you come to your mat, because we are going to lie down on our stomachs. And we're going to start with a pose called the crocodile, Makrasana. So the first principle of movement is that we yield into the ground. So whether we're standing, we call it grounding, but in somatics and in movement, they call it yielding. So what we're going to do is start by just lying down. You can separate your legs, turn your toes in, and then take your elbows out a little bit, make a little pillow. And I want you to feel this from the inside. I want you to make yourself really comfortable and make any adjustments so that you can spread your elbows. And I'm going to be looking up, but your head is going to be down because I might sound muffled. So you're going to be like this, right? And I want you to yield. I want you to feel your muscles and bones and your organs and all the tissues in your body just yielding into the floor. So separating those elbows, feeling your torso, front of your torso, and take 5 breaths. And with each breath, I want you to feel the breath filling the bottom, middle, top part of your lungs, feeling the expansion of your torso, and just tune in internally with how the breath moves in through your nostrils, down the bronchial tubes. Just relax and yield into this crocodile. Tune into what is going on for you today, how it feels. Can your mind relax and yield as well? There might be a few more breaths. So the next principle of movement is to push. Once you are grounded and yielded, gently push into your arms, bring your elbows back, and we're going to do another form of Makrasana. So separating your legs and your toes are in. I'm coming like this, but you're still lying down. You can have your elbows like this or closer like this. So I'm gonna lie down and I make a fist and I'm gonna put it under my chin. So I am yielded and now I'm pushing up, right? If your elbows are separated, fine. Now extend. Feel your spine extending, feel the legs behind you extending, feel your crown reaching. Feel the stretch in the front of the body, breathing into the belly. So we're yielded, we pushed up, we're reaching. And now with your elbows, just gently grasp the floor and pull the elbows towards your torso. And notice how that can extend your spine a little more. Good. And then bring the elbows under your shoulders. Same thing, we're going to yield down into the floor. Elbows back, right? Now push into from your fingertips to your elbow. Reach your spine through your crown. Grasp with your fingertips your mat and pull back a little bit. And just breathe into that. Now, if this is too much, you can be lower, depending on what is going on with you and your body. Adjust to make it feel right. And then coming down, make your pillow and just windshield wipe your legs to release your lower back. And then come over onto your back. Just roll yourself down, bring your knees into your chest, and just circle around. In both directions. And make a little ball. Stretch. Stretch. Good. Bringing the feet down. Walk your shoulders away from your ears. Heels are in line with your sitting bones, comfortable distance. Work your shoulder blades to the floor. Just open up and just breathe. Feel inside your body. We're going to do a bridge with breath. So it's the same principle. I'm not going to repeat it for every pose, but I want you to internalize this because it really helps with ease and efficiency with movement. Trying to come up into a bridge without yielding, try it. So really ground, feel your feet grounded, feel everything that's touching. Push into the, so now we're going to push into the floor, right? Reach overhead, right? And then just roll yourself down. So breathe in with your breath, yield, push, and reach. And lower yourself down. So on your own, take 3 more bridges with breath. Just make it a nice, flowy, stretchy movement. Lowering down your upper, middle, and lower back as you go. Try to control it, okay? So breathing in. And out. And in. In and out. Just bring one hand to your heart, one hand to your belly. Tune in internally. Scanning for any tension or holding in the jaw, the shoulders. And then we'll do one bridge where we're going to hold it, okay? So not with your arms overhead, just pressing into the arms and the feet. Yield into the floor. Take a deep breath and come up into your bridge. Push. Up. Reach. Go up your shoulder blades a little more together. Now here we can grasp a little bit with the heels, like by digging in a little with the heel and then pushing. Notice how your pelvis can rise up. If you want, you can bring your arms underneath. And then releasing and lowering yourself slowly down, feeling your skeletal. Good. Bringing the knees back into the chest. Stretch out your back a little. And just feel one hand heart, one hand belly. Let your breath be expansive and fill all of you. Just feel yourself filling up with prana. All of your cells. So we're going to do a little sequence. It's called somatic. It's a somatic sequence where there's a lot of feeling, and you'll see the difference between the sides. Okay, so stretch. This is where you, if you want, you could put a blanket or a block under one leg. We're going to come into tree pose. So it doesn't matter what leg. I'm going to do this so that I could face you at some point. Okay, so come into your tree. And scan. We're doing an internal scan. And then bring your foot, the arch, towards the knee and come into a knee down twist. Keeping your shoulders on the ground. And take 5 breaths. Now come into a fetal position, okay? And bring your arms out like this so that I have a little crocodile clasp, right? So I'm on my hip and my shoulder, side of my head and my feet. And I'm going to breathe in. I'm going to take my upper arm and just slide it and come back a little bit. And then I'm going to exhale. And my hand is going to extend beyond the other hand. So you're giving your back a nice stretch here, okay? So breathe in. And breathe out. So do this on your own 5 times, making it a sensuous experience, like you are touching, your arms are touching, right? Your inner arms and hands. So very lovingly. Just see my hands. And then slowly come back onto your back. And the leg you started with, your tree and your knee down twist, bring that into your chest and take your tie. Right? Okay, so breathing in. As you exhale, let your leg yield down and then push it up. So on your own, you're going to do this 10 times, okay? Breathe in as you exhale, bring it in and out. Really push through the heel, both heels. After your 10th, you bring that leg down and just take a few breaths, noticing if there is a difference on both sides of the body. Just tune into both sides. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. I'm going to turn around so I'm not facing the wall. So if you would like to do the same, and I'm going to go into tree pose with my other leg, taking 5 breaths, breathing into my whole body. And then slowly coming into my knee down twist, keeping my shoulders on the ground. You can look in the opposite direction if you like. And then coming over into your fetal position with your arms extended. Right? Palms touching. Okay. And as you breathe in, stretch. And breathe out, pull it back. So do this 5 times, stretching your back, rolling. And after your 5th time, just come over onto your back with your tie. Okay. Body yielding into the mat. As you breathe, you're going to breathe in 10 times, right? You're going to exhale and then push and yield. I'm just going on a diagonal here. After the 10th, just bend your knee. Bring both your knees into your chest. And just circle around for a moment. And then bringing your legs down. Just take 3 breaths, allowing your body to integrate these very simple, but can be very deep movements. Good. So we're going to do some abdominal work, gentle abdominal work. Okay. So make sure your heart space is nice and open, shoulder blades on the ground, lengthen spine, walk your tailbone and crown away. We're just going to start with a simple little toe dip. So engage your abdominals. Feel that navel. The navel is coming in towards the spine and up. Okay? And you can still breathe. But toe dip, as though your toe and your navel are connected. Feel internally, strengthening those lower muscles. Now bringing the knees into the chest. Breathing in. As we exhale, we're going to push up. And, okay, I'm sorry, this is the inhale. And then exhale, bring the knees in. Inhale, stretch. Now you can try to be more 90, pressing through the heels, and then squeeze. Up. X. In, push. So you're pushing right from strengthening the abdominals. Push. And in, push. Good. Taking a deep breath in and a ha out. We're going to do a water wheel. And depending on what is your lower back, you have the natural curve of your back. You don't have to press the back in. And you're going to make your water wheel as little or as big as your abdominals and back are strong. So my water wheel might just be knees into the chest. And I'm engaging my abdominals, okay? You don't want to puff it out. What a lot of people do, they make their abdominals hard and they're not engaging them. So what happens is they get like hard and poofy. And then go in the opposite direction. Good. And then just jiggle, 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 jiggle. We have one more. That's for the legs and engagement internally here. So I'm going to take my legs and flex them out. That's an inhale. When I exhale and cross my legs, I'm engaging my lower abs as well, okay? So I breathe in, I can relax a little, and now squeeze. So you're squeezing your inner thighs and your abdominals. So continue with that, stretching, open, squeezing, closed. Stretch. Draw that navel in and up as you cross. And alternate your crosses. Good. And then just shake, kick your butt. Good. And just bring your feet down Bring your knees in, just give yourself a little hug before we come to seated. Take a big breath in and out. Or make any sound that feels good for you. Let it just pour out. It could be a or a Good. So coming over into a fetal position, moving with ease and efficiency. Just lift your torso up and come into a comfortable seated position. Actually, first, let's just shake out a little bit. Move myself a little back here. So while I'm moving, shake yourself out. Any little movement you want to give. Let it move organically, impulsively, intuitively, instinctively. What does your body need now? Good. So bring your right foot in front of the left if that's comfortable for you. If you want, you can keep your legs out. If you need to sit on a pillow or a blanket or roll your mat, please do. Okay. Good. So we are half standing now. So yield into the floor. Feel your arm bones coming back, opening up that beautiful heart space. Feel from your tailbone all the way up your spine, create space in your spine. Crown reaching, nice lengthened neck, chin parallel. Beautiful. And just bringing the palms out to the side. We'll take a few sun breaths. We'll do them a little differently than we usually do it. Let's turn the palms up, and we're going to inhale the arms up, stretch, and then just come down the center to the heart. I'm going to turn the palms. This is the rising sun and the setting sun. Just feel your breath. Exhaling. Draw that navel in on the exhale. Reach. 2 more times. Nice. Good. So we'll start with our right side. We're going to do the lateral a little differently. We'll do the movements of the spine a little differently today. So anchor that arm bone, stretch the whole right side of your body, and just gently come over. So what I'd like you to experience is as you breathe in, feel as though the breath is lifting your right side of your body. So it's like this. I'm coming back a little, and then I'm exhaling and stretching over. Breathe in. So it's like a little balloon pulling you back. And again. 2 more times. You could bend. So it's like pulsing. Good. And now stay here and just press down into that right sitting bone. Give your side a nice stretch. And then come up tall. And we'll do the other side. So this arm comes up and over, and now breathe in. So see it, don't try to make it happen. See if you could just allow that side of the body to breathe up. Do that 3 more times. And then stay, ground a little bit, yield a little bit more. Push away, reach. And then come up really tall, stretch, open up, bring Your fingertips behind you. Now if you're like, let's make a clasp and put the fist on the floor, bend your elbows right behind your tailbone a few inches, 4 inches. Squeeze your shoulder blades together, push into your fist, lift your heart, lift your nose, and breathe into this beautiful back bend opening. And then take your hands, just sweep them in front, hinge over, long, beautiful spine, and surrender into a forward bend. So just soften your elbows, let everything just melt to the floor, as far as you can go for you without pushing, moving with ease. And take 5 breaths, same thing, as you breathe in, feel as though the back is breathing up. It's like you're pulsing with your breath. So explore that. The head be heavy, chin to the chest. And then just roll yourself up. Take a deep breath in and out. We'll do a gentle twist. So lengthen and just. Let's move. Turn your head first, turn your shoulders, turn the ribs. Look behind you. Do 60% of your effort and just breathe. Feel the breath going into those twisted spaces. Good. And then lift up both arms, come around, and come to the other side. Lengthen, yield, lengthen, reach. And this time, come around from your navel, your ribs, your shoulders, and your head. So paying attention to how you initiate movement and the different ways you get into things. There's more than one way to do many things, but you want to work as efficiently for you. Good, and then just unwind and straighten your legs, and you can kick your butt if you like, and shake around again. Good, and just taking your legs, you can go a little bit back and forth. So we already twisted, so this is a gentle twist as well. It's a form of pin-up pose or mermaid. So you want to keep the chest open. Right. Good. And then just so we're going to do 2 movements that are part of the Tibetan movements. It's a 5-thing exercise. We're not going to do all of them, but we're going to do a couple of my favorites. So this is something that if you've never done it before, it might take you a moment or 2 or even a few tries or whatever, but do the best you can. So it is the same principle. We're yielding into the earth, right? We're lengthening our spine and through our legs. Now, what you're going to do is you dig in your heels a little bit and you come up to a reverse table. So it's like this. I'm breathing in. And here's the tricky part. You want to slide your sitting bones right between your hands and you come into a flex foot again. So it's like this. Breathe in and breathe out. Chin goes to the chest. Breathe in. I'm opening up my throat. And then I'm closing, flexing my feet. So try that a few times. Be playful. Don't be judgmental. I've had students, they're like, it takes them Sometimes somebody picks it up right away, everybody's like, how do you get your sit bones back? Just try. And open up. So this is a big opening to the front, especially the thyroid. It stimulates the thyroid too, because you put your chin to your chest and then you're opening it up. So it's like we're pulsing the whole throat area. Good. And then take your wrists, give them a little rub-a-dub-dub. Out. And here's something nice if you have working with the computer a lot, just turn one palm towards me, take your hand. My thumb is here, and I'm just stretching. Feels good. So there's a little flex in the wrist. And then the other hand, see, just give it a little. Same thing here. We do it this way, that way. Good. Play a little piano. Beautiful. So the next one, a few classes ago, we worked on the camel pose. So we're not going to go into full camel, but this is also part of the Tibetan series, and you'll see it's an opening and a closing. So I'll do it sideways. And you could curl the toes or leave them down. If you're down, you can yield a little bit more. You could put a pillow or something, blanket under your knees. So it's like this. I'm breathing in. I'm opening up, arm bones back, heart. I'm doing it slow for now, and then I'm just coming forward, chin against the chest. Exhale, that's the exhale. I breathe in. Stretch the front, support your back. And exhale. And breathe in. And exhale. Breathe in. Yield, reach. And exhale. 2 more times. Breathe in. Stretch the front of you. And breathe out. Good. And coming into table, if your wrists are tired, you can always make fists. Spread your fingers. So this is the same thing. We're yielding. We're pushing into the floor. Grasp a little bit with those fingertips. We've talked about that before. And then pull. You're pulling. So do a couple of cats and dogs. Your own expression. Circle or move. Beautiful. Good. And we're going to come into a downward dog. We're going to hold it for 5 breaths if you can. So we're just going to, I'm going to stay up on the balls of my feet, and I'm stretching and reaching or pressing my chest into my thighs towards them. If you can have your ears aligned with your inner arms, great. Feel the shoulder blades on your back, the broadening of the back and the front. Just take some breath, stretching the back of your body. And then you could give it a little walk. Walk your dog. Have some fun with it. Good. Beautiful. And then just in any way, you can walk your hands and feet together into a forward fold. Bend your knees, hands on the top, and just come to standing. So shake out. Do your little shake out. What am I doing? Good. A little more shaking. Move, move, move. So here we are standing now. So we want to have that Yielding, grounding again. So when I say yield, it's grounding, right? And we push up out of that. We reach, right? You feel yourself reaching. So reach out through your arms, your legs. Feel that nice, beautiful, long spine. We're going to come into a star. So anchor your arm bones. Come up to a star. Right? We can separate a little bit. Just shine out. Shine out now through. Push into those feet. Reach up away. Push and stretch and reach. And if you feel comfortable, you can have a soft gaze or close your eyes. Just sense the internal landscape. A whole universe inside you. Your subtle energy field. Inside and around you. Good. And now just come into a shooting star. Stretch. And come down. I'm going to separate a little more. I'm going to turn my feet out. Bring your fingertips here, opening out into a regular old star. So my fingers are really stretched. Emanate right from, like you're a starfish. We're five-pointed starfish. Anchor those arm bones and stretch. Make space in your body for your energy to move. So now, come up, just lift up. You could bend this a little bit and play with your balance. Let's do a little balance here. So just stretching. Right, come back. See if you can close your eyes a little. Soft gaze. Make sure you have furniture or wall around if you do close your eyes. Ta-da. And try that on the other side. Good. You close for a second. Or just sense internally what you're seeing but not seeing. So we're going to do the Warrior Two and go in, and as a option from Warrior Two, some of you can go into Half Moon. Take this away. And Half Moon, before we go into it, can also be done against the wall. See that? Oh, my molding is like a block. So you see that? That's the Half Moon that we're going to do. You can do it against a wall, you can do it with the block, you can do it by your tape with the table. So if you want to do it, you can do it, you know, holding on like that. You can also do your warrior, okay? So separate your legs as wide as you feel yielded and stable. Turning your right foot in and your left foot out. We're going to just pulse a little bit here. All right. You can always toe heel this wider. You want to have this open to the front. Everyone's hips are different, so work with your hips. Good. Now bringing your fingertips here, arms out. Look over at your warrior hand. Let's spread those toes. I really want you to feel that yield and then a push up, reach. Good. Now you could bend this knee and put this hand down and show you other options. You could start your Half Moon like this. 2 strong legs, and then you could turn, okay? If you choose. So, spend a moment just trying. You could play with it. I love just doing this. I feel very powerful in my legs. But if you can do the turnaround, and as I did against the wall, Stretch and reach. Good. That's powerful balance. Okay. Separating on the other side. I'm going to turn this leg in, this leg out. Now, there are different schools of thought of where this foot should be in relation to that, and it depends on your hips. Most yoga books will tell you heel to your arch, draw a straight line. Others, depending on your hips, can say heel to your metatarsals. So that you can get your hips as in line as possible. That's why they do that. So breathe in. So now we're gonna breathe in and out. Just pulse, start to really yield, push into the ground, push up away from the ground. Stretch. Good. Now bring your fingertips here, arms out. You can turn this palm up if you like. Good. You are a warrior. So now your knee is bent. You just tip over. I'm going to do it with the two hands. And I'm just going to stretch. Two strong legs. Strong arms, right? And then try to just turn. You can bring your hand to your hip and try to turn. Okay, I'm going to do it against the wall because I'm talking and I like this. So I'm not really balancing, but I am preparing my body for when I do balance so that my body will have memory of where it should go. So if there's any last pose you'd like to do before we come down to cool down and do Shavasana, stretch out and do it now. So we'll take a Shavasana relaxation, and I have a very nice mudra. We've been working on mudras in this series, so I have a new mudra for you. That goes along with what we've been doing today. So I'm going to sit, but I want you to just stretch out and lie down. Let your body just settle into the mat. Again, yield to the mat. Feel your bones heavy, sinking. Allow your muscles to just melt and drape around the bones and down towards the floor. Scanning your body for any residual holding or tension from the top of the head to your tippy toes. Just relaxing jaw, root of the tongue, softening the senses, relaxing your throat, neck. Relaxing your shoulders, all the way down your arms to your fingertips. Relaxing your torso. Having gratitude and relaxing all of the organs and glands that work so hard to keep you alive. Let them rest and work with ease and efficiency. Relaxing your legs from the hips to your toes. Just take the next few minutes to Let your body integrate and catch up with your brain. Just focus on your breath and relax your body and mind. And deepening your breath, begin to wiggle your fingers and toes and rotate your ankles and wrists, gently moving your head from side to side. Stretch your arms overhead, point your toes, give yourself a full body yawn. Out from center. And then bringing your arms down, bend your knees and rock your legs from side to side. And choose the side that's best for you to come into a fetal position. And very slowly, without disturbing your equanimity, come to seated, comfortable seated position in a chair or on your mat. And today's mudra is called Dhyani Mudra, and it's a mudra of meditation and contemplation. So it is a going inside. And it's very simple. You take your left hand, and it's your right. Well, I'm doing it the opposite. I'm going to do it for you. Your left hand is cupped by your right hand, okay? And your thumbs touch. So very gentle. Anytime there's touching, we don't want to press or push. Very gentle thumbs touch, and the thumbs represent the universal consciousness. Now the symbolism of this is that we have an empty bowl here. And just like the universe, it's not really empty. There's always a subtle energy in there. So for our 1-minute meditation today, you put anything in your bowl that you want to receive. It could be peace, love, health, just whatever you would like to fill your bowl with. We'll just sit. You could think of those qualities. You could breathe them in and out. We'll sit for a minute, a New York minute, for our New York minute meditation. So if you have time this week, pay attention to your inner landscape, to your muscles and bones, to the subtle sensations in your body. Thank you and namaste.